back to Anime Club, the show where we watch the first few episodes of an anime series and give you our first impressions and initial thoughts and stuff. I'm Reina Scully.
I'm William Haynes, and this is Oopie.
That was a weird intro. So, as we mentioned last week, since it's October, which means it's the month of Halloween, we decided to celebrate by doing horror animes.
And you know what that means? You can't watch your favorite shows without scary commercials coming on like, ooh, spooky stuff. I just want to watch Gilmore Girls.
That all being said, this week we watched Jigoku Shoujo.
Jigoku Shoujo.
Which is Hellgirl.
See, when we were watching that, I realized, isn't shoujo the name of the type of anime that's for girls?
Well, shoujo means like young female.
Oh.
Yeah, so girl.
And she's the hell girl. This show, like, I don't know, I know there's a format into which we do this show, but I gotta say, off the bat, the show is extremely strange.
It is.
Because it starts off with this girl being punished for something I don't know.
Wait, the main girl? The hell girl with the red eyes?
Yeah, she got punished for something they didn't really say. Or did they say it and I was just too shocked at the imagery?
It's not really that. Well, first of all, season 1 isn't available on Crunchyroll.
Oh.
So we did watch from season 2, but they're very, there's no like real strung along storyline, so you know, it's very monster of the week. So you can watch any episode at any time and it would still be entertaining. They're all one-shots.
I gotta say, this show is entertaining. It is at no point where I'm like, oh, this is such a drag to watch.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
It's very
I like how
entertaining.
weird it is. Yeah, I decided to be a little bit tame for the first week, you know, not too scary, but just a little bit kind of creepy almost, you know, kind of set the tone for October.
It's not really like ghosty scary. This is real life scary.
Well, yeah. So the Japanese are very, they're not religious necessarily, but they have a lot of beliefs. Spiritual beliefs, yes. And so going back to the main girl, her name turns into Enma, and Enma means, it's actually,
they changed her name.
Yeah, they changed
I just
her name.
realized that's an element in that movie that I like, Spirited Away.
Oh, yeah, because you have to give up your identity.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, there's another Spirited Away reference, actually.
The head that's on everything in this show. Oh, it's like the head's in Spirited Away,
Yeah, there's actually a real connection with that. They're on the wheels. As you can see, they're on things that are spinning, and in Spirited Away, they kind of spin too. They like kind of tumble around. I actually don't quite know what it's in reference to, but I know it's supposed to be spiritual, and I know they're guides. They're supposed to guide you places.
I gotta watch Spirited Away again.
Okay, so going back to her name, they changed her name to Enma, and Enma is they usually translate that word to be like demon lord, or not demon lord, or like hell god, but it's who judges your afterlife.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
So they judge whether you're going to go to hell or heaven, or whether you're going to get reincarnated again.
Oh my goodness.
Enma, yeah. And that's, I don't know, that's her last name. But anyway,
life is kind of just endless. It goes on and on and on unless you go to hell.
For Shinto Buddhists, yeah.
So the only way for life to end is to go to hell.
Or heaven. It could end by going to heaven, and then you're now guardians of everyone that's on Earth.
Oh, wow. Where are my guardians at? Where were you last week when okay.
What happened to you last week?
Nothing important.
There you go. I actually have never seen the first season of Hellgirl. When I first watched it in like 2006 or 7, I watched Two Mirrors, which is the one we watched.
You were like 25 back then.
No, I'm 26 now.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, well, how old do you think I am? Like 30?
40.
Okay, on the inside. On the inside. I was born like 40.
Me too.
When I watched it way back in the day, I watched it from season 2, not realizing that that was season 2.
It doesn't have to matter, yeah.
But I'm certain that in season 1, they explain what exactly happened to her.
Wait a second. If you say their belief is if you go to heaven, you get to be a guide. And in this show, there are those guides.
More like guardians.
A guardian. Are these hell people also guardians?
Oh, it's not a guardian. They just guide you to where you're supposed to go. Like, they're neutral.
Goodness,
they're neutral.
They're neutral, okay.
So what I believe, I don't think she was being punished, okay? What I believe is that...
You mean that part where she looked at the spider and the spider specifically said, you did bad things and you have to deal with it by living in the mortal world? That's not punishment?
I guess that is considered punishment. Well, it's almost, I think, not retribution. I guess it is punishment because she does feel like she doesn't deserve it. I think what happened was something terrible happened to her family and her village, and maybe she killed whoever did that or something like that, so therefore she's now supposed to be the revenge person, because as you know throughout the series, she is the one that exacts revenge for people that are suffering.
That must be a fun job, though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even if you don't really know them, just being like, oh, you did something bad to somebody, and I get to do it back to you.
Yeah.
I want to be that guy. I remember there's that part where she's driving that lady in that boat, and she's like, there's nothing you can do. I want to be that guy that's like, there's nothing you can do. Saying that would be so cathartic to me.
You want to be the Grim Reaper.
I want to be the Grim Reaper. I want to be like, hey, buddy, it's your time. Except for the old people. I don't want to do it to the old people. I'm like, that's just boring. But
I see what you mean.
The bad young people, I want to do it to the bullies.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna send you right down to Davy Jones's locker, all right?
What? Who are you?
I've been watching a lot of One Piece.
Oh, yeah, I get that. Yeah, actually, I'm glad you brought up the river because in Shinto Buddhist religion, you either cross the rainbow to go to heaven or you cross the river to go to hell.
Oh my goodness.
So that's what she's doing. She's bringing them across, and she passes through a torii, which is the gate, the red. You know, you see those often, right? Like when the red thingy.
Yes.
Yeah, you go through it and whatnot. You're supposed to like bow and pray when you go through it in real life.
Oh man, I wish I was a part of this belief system.
It's pretty rad. It's pretty awesome.
Oh man, I want to ride that rainbow. I want to ride my flying bison onto that rainbow.
Okay.
If only I could. Is that offensive?
No.
But I want to do it.
Yeah, you're good. Okay. So, as we were saying before, each episode is a one-shot. And the episodes that we watched was the first episode, which is the ultra creepy one where the girl gets bullied in school, and it's the teacher, but it's also the class representative, possibly.
Yeah, she's the homeroom teacher.
Ooh.
Also the girl,
Yeah, the girl potentially is also.
She
the
knew
one
because it was her pink staples that did it.
Yeah, who the fuck has pink staples? What
only that girl. That's how you get yourself caught. Look, kids, if you want to
Idiots.
perform some crimes and you don't want to get caught, make sure you don't have a lot of things that can hold you down to a crime, like owning pink staples, owning things certain colors that shouldn't be that color, and basically doing stuff that's wrong. If you don't want to get caught, number one rule is don't do stuff that's wrong.
Okay, I thought this was gonna take a dark turn. You turned it around.
You know, usually I would, but it's a different month, you know, all right?
I get you. All right. So there are other characters that I interact with. There's the lady.
I thought you were saying you. I. I was like, you're not in this show. I was watching it, and you're not in this show.
I have like serious chunibyo issues where middle school disorder.
You're in this show.
Yeah. But yeah, there's the lady that you keep saying you want to smash.
Oh my goodness.
She's dead, by the way.
So?
Yeah, you're right.
As I was saying, usually I'm not attracted to animated folk, but dang, if that woman was real, she'd be a gosh darn smoke show.
Why do you? Oh, she kind of does look like Seicho Gabriel.
She's just like that kind of whole But the show, what I find the weirdest about the show when we first watched it is that the animation isn't like normal anime at all. There isn't one chick with pink hair.
Oh yeah, no.
There isn't any strange thing. It looks like real life, and
Except for the eyes.
She looks like a real woman.
Yeah, that's true.
And some of these people have big old foreheads. That's also a thing that I noticed in this show. Also in One Piece, they have really big foreheads. Maybe do people in Japan have really big? Oh no.
Do I?
What's her name?
They call her Hone Onna, which is Bone Lady.
Bone Lady.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you know why they call her Bone Lady? Because she's dead. And when you die, you become skin and bones.
Again, different route that I
But I'm saying when she was alive 200 years ago. Okay.
Oh,
continue.
Whoa.
Continue on with the actual important part of the show, please.
Then there is the male character who is the seeing eye.
Yeah,
have you noticed that?
He's very creepy because things will be
him.
happening. Whenever things get real intense, they pan up and like his eye is on the ceiling.
He's watching you.
How do you guys not see this eye? It's huge. It's in the ceiling. Yeah. Turn around, mofos.
They're spirits. They can just and hide.
Man, being a spirit must be awesome.
It
except
is pretty awesome.
I don't know. You probably don't get to go to like the mall or whatever, but
you can still go to the mall. I just can't buy anything.
That's the best part of going to the mall. So
buying stuff.
Actually, no, it's watching people. So being a spirit is great. Continue.
There you go. And then there's also the older man who looks like my grandfather.
He does.
Like,
who also looks like the Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
They're all the same guy.
Okay, that would be weird.
Yep.
And then I think that's it for the main ones that kind of help. By the way, they're all super neutral. You think that someone
they come off as evil.
Yeah, you'd think that they're kind of evil because they do have kind of a like hell connotation,
but
and
they're doing some serious retribution in the show.
So how it works is you're supposed to go on a website at midnight, exactly at midnight, and then you type in the name of the person that you want to be rid of.
And
like
they do it.
Yeah, and then they do it for you.
See,
but
what I find hilarious about this show is the fact that these are like super old ancient spirits from probably thousands of years ago.
Yeah, probably.
Do you imagine how upset you would be because like hundreds of years ago you would be like used to like kill super murderous Hitler type dudes, and now you're solving high school problems?
Okay, I
see. They're like, well, you know, being a spirit was real cool until they invented the internet. Now these little girls go in and type in stuff, and now we have to do it.
Actually, they explain something. I forgot where I read it or what it was.
On Reddit.
But in regards to Hellgirl, how it worked was that way back in the day, they would write it on these Japanese wooden tablets that kind of look like the shape of a house, and you write like the name of whoever you want.
So
dead.
you didn't just type in Google?
No.
As they do on this show, every episode.
I know.
It's not Google. They call it like Geegle or something like that.
Yeah.
Deagle or something. Yeah, Gaggle. No, was it Gaggle?
I don't know.
We made a joke about gaggling earlier.
Oh, did
Never
you really?
mind. Yeah,
That's weird.
Never mind. Okay.
But yeah, then it transformed into letter writing. Like you would write a letter, but you could only send it at like a certain postmarked time. And then it turned into, I don't know, something else. And then now it's the internet. So the internet is how you get this ancient spirit to come help you.
What's going to be next?
I don't know.
You text it to him. See, this show's from 2005. Now you just text it to 0000000, and then you...
Or it would probably be words that correspond to death. Like 4 is yon or shi in Japanese, and shi means death.
And 2.
No, 2 is not bad. 2 is not bad. 4 is highly bad. 6 is bad too because roku kind of mimics the like noise of being choked. And ku means to suffer. So 4, 6, and 9 are very unlucky numbers in Japanese.
But your birthday is April 4th, 2004. What does that mean, Reina?
It means that I'm the hell girl.
Oh no, because you're 10 years old.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. That's hilarious.
Cool.
The other episode that we watched was
the one with the stalker girl.
Tampon.
Tampon. He was the strangest. That is one of the strangest anime things I've ever seen. It's about a girl who is in love with a dude. But not necessarily romantically in love with him. She is in love with his well-being.
Yes.
And long story short, she eventually smashes. He smashes, and she's like, you know what? I didn't really want you to smash me. I just wanted you to be happy.
Right.
And they live across from each other with like this far apart.
Yeah, they really do live this far apart.
Between windows.
Because Japan's really small, so everything is really close together.
You can't make windows that close together because...
you can hear and see everything.
Oh man, I love this country. I want to hear and see my neighbors so bad. But and then eventually he go watch the episode, but it's real weird.
I actually liked how weird it was because I feel like there are many different forms of love, and hers was so...
What kind of bull is that? I'm
what?
There are!
Jeez. No, there are many different types of love, and I feel like they depicted this one very well because it is really weird, and they even used Honeonna, bone lady, to contrast, to contrast how weird it is, because even she in the episode was like, well, don't you think that's... What do you keep doing?
Nothing.
Okay.
Continue.
Are you hitting on them?
No.
On all of them?
No, I'm hitting on Bone Lady, but I didn't want you to see me do it. Continue on.
Okay, well... So they'd sit on the swings together, and she'd be like, wait, why wouldn't you want to make him yours? That's what normal, love would be. And she's like, no, you really don't get it, do you? It's not like that. I just want him to be happy, and I really do love him, but I don't want our relationship to change. Because that was the whole issue.
The moral of that episode, whether they meant it or not, is that people who are afraid of change will have a loved one die.
No, not right at all.
But that's what happened.
It's true. It is what happened. It was really tragic. She basically killed him.
Yeah. He was trying to get in the window. He was like, come on, let me
Which is also creepy too.
Yeah, you definitely. If a girl says no, and then you try to climb into her window and be like, why? Then you probably should fall out of the window.
So what he did was he got his hand and foot across because the window gap is only this small, and then. She closed the window on him, and then she was like, I guess I'll open it all of a sudden for no good reason.
And he wasn't wearing shoes.
Yeah.
He wasn't wearing shoes, so he didn't have any traction.
None of this made sense. So then when she opened it, the next frame is literally just him falling already.
Yep, and he really falls right on his back. I'm gonna be honest with you, I would have survived that, but I'm not some frail little teenage boy anymore. He died it, and I wouldn't have. I'm the Avatar.
Sure. Oh, because you're wind?
Yeah, I would have done some cool, sick air moves.
Right. Oh, I can imagine that.
That's racist. Don't say that.
What?
That's racist to airbenders.
Oh my God. So to be completely honest, like I said earlier, I chose a relatively lukewarm horror
Because
anime.
we just getting started.
We're just getting started.
I forgot that we were doing a whole bunch of scary shows.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about that.
I love horror anime, so I'm really excited about this. But next week we're gonna kick it up a notch, and we're gonna watch Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh!
Yeah.
I read comments that said we wanted to watch. They wanted us to watch the show.
yeah.
I didn't know it was scary, but a ghoul is a scary thing.
It's
so cool.
really scary. Okay, that's Steve. So, Tokyo Ghoul is not on Crunchyroll, but Crunchyroll has a whole bunch of amazing anime that you can check out. So go to crunchyroll.com/sfnerd to get your free premium membership trial. Take a video of yourself giving us your review of Tokyo Ghoul, upload it onto YouTube with the hashtag SFNGhoul, and you can check us out again next week with our friends.
Ghoul has an H in it.
It does.
This is starting the same way as season 1 did. It's very episodic. The individual cases of people sending enemies to hell. They're not connecting to each other. You've just gotten this brief glimpse of this mysterious, it's clearly another hell girl of some description, because she's, she followed Enma around and she has this mysterious little smile, and it's like, okay, yeah, this is going to be, No, there are 2 hell girls. What do we do now?
I don't know. Some of the stories are really great. Definitely the first half. Some of those, it's like a who's who of horrible people. Just horrible, horrible people. Murderers and rapists and like the con men and just, they're awful. They're awful. So, I don't know, watching them get tortured made me really, really happy.
Even though Hellgirl is considered an horror anime, I really saw it as a psychological and sci-fi more than actually horror, because I'm a pretty fearful person, as I told you before, and I really didn't get scared at all. I just got more anxious as the episodes progressed, because you see how much the characters suffer and stuff like that. But I didn't really feel scared for this anime, at least yet. Overall, this isn't really a scary anime, and this is coming from a wimp, so you can trust me on that. And this anime is a pretty good way for you to enter the darker and horror genre animes, so I'm recommending this anime.
That's the wrong anime.
This is the wrong anime, but it's considered a horror anime too, I think. This is really scary! I can feel the vibrations. I can feel
When you
it.
haven't seen Bae in 10 days and they're ready.